Hey guys, it is me, Jacqueline, and I am back with another book review. This book review is on Dare to Dance by S.B. Alexander. This is the fourth book, a part of the Maxwell Companion series, which is a new adult companion series. Each book can be read as a standalone. I haven't personally read the other books a part of this series, but I'm definitely interested after reading this one. I was sent this book by Angel over at JKS Communications. I just want to thank her so incredibly much for sending me this book. She actually sent me it signed and it had a little letter from the author attached. It was really cute and I did like this book. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. I wish I did read the others a part of the companion series, but in general I did like this as a standalone novel. So let's just jump right into my review. So what exactly is this book about? This book is actually based on true events, which is really interesting. I thought it was. And in this book we follow our two main characters, Cross and Ruby. In high school, Cross and Ruby actually knew each other and they were very much in love. They had a relationship, but things progressed and eventually the two drifted apart for different reasons. I'm not gonna say what because spoilers, but years later, Cross is sort of trying to sign with one of the biggest boxing promoters and Ruby is sort of struggling through life and she's very regretful how things have worked out for her. When these two do cross paths, that's when this whole entire book sort of takes off. That's all I'm going to say for a summary. That's all I really knew going into the book, and I think that is a good synopsis. Pretty much these two characters knew each other in the past and they meet back up in the present and they see how their lives have become and they sort of deal with the past and what exactly happened and what caused these two characters to break up. Like I said, I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars. I did like this novel. I didn't love it. I had some minor issues with it that overall affected my reading experience, so let's talk about those. So the first thing I want to talk about is sort of how I felt a little lost towards the beginning. Yet again, that's why I wish I did read the others part of the companion novels. But nonetheless, I did just read this, and judging it on that, I did feel like it was a little bit of a slower start for me, but once I did get into the book, I definitely sort of wrapped it up pretty easily. Another thing I wanted to quickly talk about, I did mention this in my Goodreads review, but I felt certain things I liked and certain things I didn't like. For example, some certain situations the characters were in I felt to be realistic, and others I felt to be unrealistic. I felt Ruby's entire situation felt very real and raw, but then there were certain scenes that happened, like specifically without giving any spoilers, I'm just going to say a club scene in this book made me feel so uncomfortable and awkward because I could never imagine an interaction ever happening like that in real life. Like, I don't know, it just didn't rub me the right way in some factors. But then there were other details, yet again, like I said, Ruby, her entire background and what happens to her, yada yada yada, I felt that was realistic and I enjoyed the fact that that was a feature. It is such a weird dynamic this book had for me. Like, I felt like I loved certain things one moment and then I didn't like them. It was just such a weird reading experience. Another aspect that I felt sort of going back and forth with was with the characters. Certain characters, specifically with our main characters I have in mind, I just felt like some moments I loved them and other moments I didn't. When it comes to Cross though, I just didn't hate him or love him. I felt like he was a very mutual character. Like, there wasn't any substance to him that made me love him or made me hate him. He was a decent character for me. The one character that I went back and forth with loving and hating was Ruby. For some reason, I felt I didn't necessarily click with her character. I tried so hard to like Ruby and I did feel sympathetic for her and I did feel for her in certain aspects, but I just think overall she's not one of my favorite characters and I did struggle to get to know her. I did feel like there was some invisible wall between me connecting to Ruby, and I think that was also a major con I had with this book. I do want to continue with this companion series. I want to go back and read the others because I have heard great things about this companion series. I did enjoy S.B. Alexander's writing style. I felt like it was very easy to read and that made it sort of effortless to read this book. It is a quick, easy new adult book to read. There are definite serious topics featured in it, and there were other aspects that I wasn't expecting but very much enjoyed in this book, and that sort of made it very pleasant. But the cons I did mention did have a overall negative effect on my rating for this book. I hope this review wasn't too confusing. This is a book I actually didn't write any notes for. I've been trying to write notes for certain books that I know I'm going to review just to help me with these review videos, and I totally forgot to do it for this book. So I'm very sorry about that. But if you actually have read this book or any of the books a part of the Maxwell series, let me know what you thought of them in the comment section down below. Also, let me know what you thought of this review, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!